Hey, welcome back to Sweet Hot Rods and Honey. Today I just want to do a quick follow-up video on trim molding for the windshield on my 55 Chevy, and just to show you the components that are going to be used. And some of these pieces are still in really good shape. They're used, but they just need a little bit of buffing and they should be great. So let's get started. So the pieces that are involved, of course, are the two front main molding strips. There's a matching one for this is the driver's side, the matching one for the passenger side. I picked up the wrong one before I walked up here. And the cap, the button up the corners go here. This piece is going to get fastened down to these screw holes, and this is going to go back around here. So I'll be putting stainless steel on those. First, before I do that, I've got to put a screw in here, stainless steel. This gets slid up on top of the upper molding, fastened in place, and then this bottom molding piece, this is the wrong side, but just to show you, gets slid under there. The problem, or the difficult thing to do, is get this molding onto these brackets that are fastened in place here. So that is the toughest part. But before we do any of that stuff, we gotta go back downstairs to the buffer and get these pieces buffed. They look like they're really not bad at all. But we'll go over them. And then I got some new fastening brackets in place of this rusted one. We got some new clean ones. So let me get down to the buffer and we'll get these pieces cleaned up. So these are the corner pieces that join the upper molding with the lower molding. And these are in pretty good shape. These inner clips help secure these pieces in place. And you can see how rusty they were. So I'm going to replace them with these new pieces. They kind of slip in behind, so they stay in place right about there. Let me just see how this lined up, this hole lined up. Well, this one's harder to get. Let me try this one. And these had been right there. This is similar piece, so it's 1/4 of an inch out from the edge, roughly. That was a little bit further, so it's got to come back. And the way these were secured in place, they pinch these in place with just knocking down the lip of the stainless molding. So I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to wait till we get it in place to see how these line up, these mounting holes line up with the rest of the piece. So I don't want it to be real loose. So I'm going to measure it on the car and see how it looks there. So this corner piece is in place, and we're just trying to measure to see whereabouts this mounting clip is going to end up being. If it's there, it's secure. There's going to be a screw put in back here. So what I'm going to do is mark this right here, and mark it here. That's going to be the extent. I'll take, I don't know, a punch, or take it easy, not more of this front, maybe a pair of pliers to pinch these corners so that this piece doesn't slide in or out. So it stops it from rattling and also just keeps that piece in secure. Well, I couldn't get the pinch to hold on well enough. This thing still moves, and there's a little bit of resistance. It's not going to slide out real easy. But I think what I'm going to do is put a piece of this sticky caulk that we use around the window. I'm going to stick this in here, and that should help hold this mounting bracket in place a little bit better. So let me see if I can do this and show you. So I just stuck that down there. This is kind of basic stuff, but I thought if you haven't done it before and you're trying to figure it out, like many times I do, it's nice to have some kind of point of reference of somebody else doing this job and having a little trick. All right, let me press it down more. It's not going in easy. There it goes. All right, so let's bring it out to the mark. It's about there. This caulk is starting to walk out. All right, so getting it in place here. Not ready to do it yet, but this is how it's going to go. And that hole will line up with the mounting hole that's on the body of the car. So that's it. This will go in last. This molding piece is going to go in actually next, and then this is going to go in last. So what will happen is this molding is going to, let me grab this piece. What we'll have to do is slide these guys onto the mounting clips, get it above this point, fasten this in place, and then this will slide back behind this corner molding in place like that, or sort of like that. And then that'll be secured. And then after that, the windshield wiper, this piece that's going to go around the wiper shaft will hold this in place, and then the center clip will be joining the two larger halves. So that's about it. Maybe I'll show you, maybe I'll finish this up and show you guys the rest of this process, but that's generally it. There's really no special tools involved. It's just a matter of putting the mounting brackets on, sliding the stainless pieces in place, kind of getting things lined up so they can get these screw mounts in place and secured. And that's about it. it's not a difficult process of putting the molding on, but there are just some little tricks involved, and it's sometimes aggravating, sometimes tedious to get everything lined up and, you know, mounted, but it's all doable. And so just a little quick little video to show you the process, and so that's about it. So if you like it, hit the like button, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I'm trying to give as much information and show you some of my mistakes so you can avoid making the same mistakes that I have. So anyway, I appreciate it very much. All right, see you next time.